morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela and I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to Whips and Bits number 23. I mucked up. Right, basically what I've been doing this week is loading up the magazine videos that I've told you I'm going to be making. Now I'm loading those up to cover me at the end of October, beginning of November, taking us through past November the 11th. Now what I didn't realise was that one of them I'd put the wrong date on, so it actually went live on the 25th and was live for about an hour or so, and so a few of you got a sneak peek and 2 of you commented. Now I didn't respond to your comment because I can't respond to it if it's not live, and what I've had to do is take it back out of circulation to then recirculate it October November time. So I'll get to answering your comment then, and I'm sorry I didn't even get to see who it was. It was just me. I was just literally zoned in on getting the right dates, and it isn't until after the fact that I've seen that there was comments and views. So I'm so sorry about that, but just heads up, you're gonna get it in October November. Right, so last week's videos that were put out were the unicorn C2C blanket introduction. So now if you're wanting to make it, you've got all the information in the introduction that says hook sizes and yarn weights and the amount that you're going to need of each colour. Then on the same day I also put out the unicorn C2C video number 4. So now you've got all of the information to make the blankets that's behind me here, with the border that's behind me here, but not that border, I'm sorry to say, that's just in the written pattern. Then we had the breaking news, which was the Aldi UK yarn event, and then a couple of days later, because I'd put in an order, we had the Aldi yarn bit and bits unboxing, and that's all items from Aldi. Right, now onto my whips. Now I had a bit of absolutely brilliant news last week. My mum phoned me up to tell me that my sister was no longer eloping. Her and her fiance are getting married in the UK, but the problem is, due to COVID, they can only have 30 people at the wedding, and I live on the other side of the country, so for me and my lot to go down runs a greater risk to the rest of the family. And then by the time you add in the little bubbles that they've already got over 30, so because like they've got lots of kids, so it means that I'm not actually going to be able to attend the wedding because of the rule on COVID. And to be honest, I wouldn't want to run the risk of carrying it up to them, or over to them I should say. So we're not attending, which is pants. But and to make it even worse, she says no gifts. I'm not listening. No, not listening. Because just prior to being told this, I had been going through my books and I came across this little bride and groom here. Now this is in the Inside Crochet book, and it is a volume number 114, just in case you want to get it. Right, now I decided I was going to make them for my sister and her partner anyway, so I started making one and I got carried away, and it says stuff as you go. I didn't stuff, so now I've got a flat one, but I gave up on this one and thought, well, I'll strip it back later. I want to make the actual doll and see how I go. Now it does look a bit weird and it does look a bit deformed at the moment because it's not finished by a long shot, but here she is. This is our bride, or the bride, as per the instructions. Now I have used a 3-weight yarn and not the cotton that they suggest, so she is going to be, and is, a lot bigger than what the one in the book says it's going to be. She's missing her arms and she's definitely missing her hair, so she does look a bit strange, but oh, she's got one of them. So yeah, that's my bride so far. I haven't managed to make the groom as yet. He's next week's project, so that's going to be something that goes to them. And then my next project that I'm working on, I can't actually show you. I am being a tester for a certain person, and it's for a blanket, and it's absolutely gorgeous, but as I said, I can't show you and I can't tell you anything more about it. But hopefully once the pattern is up and released, I will then be able to show you mine and give you the link to the pattern. And I'll tell you what, there's going to be loads of you that do it because it's gorgeous. Right, so next up is how crazy is this crazy? Your questions. I just scouted through my normal questions that you sometimes put on to the bottom of my videos. So the first question up is from Wendy, and she says, how does a Liam and Pipsqueek get on? Now, for those of you who don't know, Liam is my dog. He's a German Shepherd Collie cross, and he's beige. And Pipsqueek is my cat, and she is a long-haired, looks like a bit like a mini tiger. She's absolutely gorgeous. She's got beautiful pattern work. I'll pop a picture up in a moment. Now, Liam's known Pip since she was 8 weeks old and came to the house. Now, he was actually raised with a litter of kittens, so as far as he's concerned, kittens are there to be cuddled and to be groomed and to be loved like a brother or sister. He's used to playing with them. He's not vicious with them. So that's why we got Pip in. Now, we did have a geriatric cat, but she wasn't good with dogs, and so poor Liam was petrified of her. This old girl could barely flipping move, but that dog was petrified. It was so funny. But yeah, so we got Pip, and when the day she arrived, she'd travelled from up north down to us because it was a friend of mine's cat that had the litter of kittens. So we grabbed one of them because we knew her history. And so she's come into the house, and she'd been in the car for far too many hours and had an accident. So I've whipped her upstairs and washed her all down with the same stuff I used for Liam. And then we came downstairs, and she's all wrapped up in her little towel. And he sort of came over, had a nose, and then was sent to his bed. Not in a horrible way, it was just, that's enough, she's nervous, off you go. So off he's gone. And it took him about 2 days. 2 days of him being so still and so quiet. It was a complete opposite to how he was at that point. But it got to the point where I would have Liam sitting on one side of the sofa, Pip was on the other side of the sofa, and I was in the middle of crocheting, and he would peer through my crochet and she'd peer through, and they'd touch noses, and then she'd scurry off and hide for a bit, and then she'd come back and she'd do it again. Now Liam left Pipsqueek to do all the chasing, do all the running, and well, within a week he would be laying in his bed chilling out, half asleep, and it would be evening time, and she'd walk over to him and she'd headbutt him, and he'd put his paw up, she'd go under his paw, and then he'd start grooming from top to bottom. The thing looked like a drowned rat by the time he'd finished, but that was a nightly thing. Every night he groomed her before bed. And then they would snuggle up, and that was it. That would be the pair of them for the night. But as she's got older, she's got more cantankerous, and so has he. For instance, he kept coming in with his treats, and it would be bags of treats, and he would just walk in and present them to me as if to say, come on then, open them up. And I was sitting there thinking, well, I put these on a shelf. There is no way this dog should be able to get to this shelf. And I couldn't work out how he was doing it. Until one day I was coming down the stairs, and I looked into the kitchen to find Liam on his back legs, leaning up against a cabinet that we've got. And Pip was walking up his back and onto the shelf, where she got on, and then she pushed the treats off, and she pushed off 2 bags, one for her and one for him. He ripped her bag open and then presented his bag to me to open. So at that I had to get a heavy duty container to put them in, and they have tried since, and they keep trying, and it gets quite noisy and everything else gets thrown off, but them treats can't get off the shelf anymore. Yeah, so the pair of them get on like an absolute dream. Right, another quick question I got asked was, do I have a tutorial for the corner to corner blanket that is in the background of most of my videos at the moment? The answer to that is a simple no. It is a really easy one. You just run up your corner, make your corner to corner, and when you get bored of the colour you just swap it to the next one, and it's only a couple of rows of the divide colour. Sorry, so that's that. Right, and another one is, I've had a couple more people asking about my stripy top in the background. Now that is not a corner to corner top. It's just the fact that I assume that you're just thinking, because I've done quite a few corner to corner, it must be a corner to corner toe. It isn't. It is a different pattern by another creator. I will try and find the link for that, and I will put that in the description box below. And again, I will do that for anything else that is in the background at the time, excluding the teddy above my head. That was one of my creations with a pattern that I lost, and I've got no chance of working out what it is. So you'll never get a pattern for him up there. Right, let's see what else there is. Right, so up this week I am going to be releasing the Crazy's Quick Cheap blanket. Now, this was released a little while ago, but a good few of you pointed out that the stitch reminded you of another one, but we couldn't name it. Now, I've worked out where it came from. About 6 to 8 months ago, I was watching a video and I was copying along with this individual, and then I put it down, forgot all about it, and it turns out my brain has picked it up and I've run with it. But what happened is that where this creator has said don't do something, I have done. So I've nicknamed it the Crazy's Don't Do Doo-Doo Stitch, just because I am slightly crazy, and I really liked the way it came out. But if you do know what the real name of the stitch is, please pop it in the comments below so I can check it out, so that I can put it in brackets at the top, so that everybody knows it's just that stitch rather than a variation of another one. And the details for the variation will be in the comment box below of that video. Yeah, that sounds about right. Right, so that's up this week. There is also a couple of other nice videos coming up this week, and I'm not spoiling it for you. Right, this is only a quick one this week, so I'm going to head off now to get this edited and uploaded for you. And then I can get on with that blanket that I'm not allowed to tell you about. Right, I will see you all soon. So please, if you can, stay in and definitely stay safe. Ta-ra for now.